Nitya Vishra Maha Bhagavat Shila Gokshara Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Nitya Vishra Shila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Nitya Vishra Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Shila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jeev Gopal Patadash Raghunath Shara Gosai Prabhu ki jai. Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जाय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल व्रज मंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जाय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जाय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जाय। श्री मुनि देवी गंगा देवी की जाय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जाय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जाय। श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाय की जाय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जाय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जाय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जाय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जाय। श्रीनिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। So I know Ramananda, you're in the middle of work, so you're off the hook of having to do anything. But yeah, I don't actually. I'm open to do anything right now. So I was thinking maybe we could go over Bengali grammar again, if that's helpful. Or yeah, you guys tell me what you want me to do. Yeah, maybe let's just go over Bengali grammar. But if somebody wants to do something else, no, yeah, I'm totally happy to do that. Yeah.
Please excuse me while I'm having darshan of Sri Sri Radhavino Bihari from Kishori Mohan.
Oh wow!
At the same time, so I'm sharing. Yeah, Chota baby, right there. They're adorable. But yeah,
I love the little Jagannath. Oh my god!
Yeah, they're so adorable. And then all the Sheilas. And one thing that we had in class today, look at them, new Shringar today. Gorgeous.
Yes. Yeah,
one thing, yes. So one thing that occurred in class today, which was interesting, I think, is that, of course, Kishori Mohan sang Gurudev Kripa Karke.
Yes.
And then, of course, during the Centennial Vyasa Puj, I got so flustered, I just played Krishna Das's song, which of course is Gurudev Daya Karke.
Yeah.
And Kishori Mohan was explaining that he didn't know truthfully the difference between Kripa and Daya, and either way would have a Bengali accent. So I'm trying to figure out what is the refined difference between Kripa and Daya in Bengali, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, well, a fine difference. I don't know. It's kind of like, yeah. If you look both words up in the dictionary, you'll find the same definitions. So it's like mercy and compassion. They both have the same kind of feeling to it. Yeah, they're very similar. And I can't say exactly the fine nuance, but yeah, I kind of think of Kripa as mercy and Daya as compassion, but mercy and compassion pretty much mean the same thing, don't they? I guess but yeah, I mean, usually when I do translations, yeah, lots of times I'll translate Daya as compassion, but sometimes I'll translate it as mercy also. If I go to the dictionary right now and I look up those two words, you'll find both of those definitions in the dictionary. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. And it's funny, the way that you said it right now,
yeah,
me and my singer's ears just drove me nuts, because you just went ahead and said Doya, and you also said Daya. Which of the two is correct?
Oh, if you're singing, like if it's a Hindi song, you'd say Daya. And if you're doing Bengali, then you'd say Doya. Just different pronunciation, Bengali and Hindi. Yeah. Bengali, everything is like oh. Actually, something interesting with Bengali is that for us Americans, we can't pronounce the main vowel. It's so in Bengali and Hindi, every character in the alphabet has an inherent vowel, and that is a. So there's the alphabet, like in English we say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but in Bengali and Hindi you say ko, ko, go, ko, nga, cha, cha, ja, ja, na. ta ta the is a at the ends of each letter automatically. And so in Hindi, that inherent vowel, the is pronounced like in sun. But in Bengali, it's pronounced o, like it's like o. It's in between o and It's like that's this o, and it's like right there o. it's and But that o sound we don't have in American English. They have it in British English. If you see lots of Bengali books, they'll say it's the and hot and hot, like the word hot. Like we say hot, so it's not for us, but for like a British person would say hot. Oh, it's that sound, and it's also if you say it like in New Yorker English, if you say chocolate or dog, it's the o without the wa. So that's why to us Americans, to us it sounds like o everywhere, doya, like doya, and but probably to a British person, they would notice the little subtle difference of like the oh, I don't know. But that makes it difficult for Americans to pronounce Bengali properly. We sound really funny. Um, so, what did maybe let's just go over a quick recap of some things that we learned in Bengali grammar from the last class. I'm going to share my screen. And then I thought maybe we can go over the Bengali songbook and, sorry, not the Bengali songbook, the Bengali songs in the English songbook and see things. Can you see my whole screen? Yes, you can. Okay. Oh, and it's full screen with me. So, okay, this is one thing with this program whereby when I'm looking at this full screen, I don't your little screen isn't popped up on the side here, so I can't see you right now. But feel free to just turn off your mic, and like you don't even need to have your mic muted. It's fine if you have it muted, but yeah, button at any time. But yeah, I can't see you right now. Just letting you know. Let's open up a new Word document. That's a big advantage of Zoom then. So I can actually see you guys. Actually, when I get my iPad, I have an iPad in Delhi right now. I just need to get it somehow. But once I get that, then I can have two screens open and I'll be able to see you also. Okay, so in the last class, I think it was the second class I gave. It was a couple weeks ago. We went through the person. So there's Ami, Umi, She, and Apni. And Apni and Pini. So Anjali, did you by any chance see the class, the Bengali grammar class that I gave last time?
No, I'm coming in fresh.
Oh, okay, so I'll just go over this briefly then. Ami means I. Kumi is you, but it's you familiar. So this is like how you would talk to a friend, somebody on your own level, or to a little kid. You would say "tu me."
In Spanish, we have the same thing.
Oh, okay. So that will be very familiar to you. And then "she." This is something interesting in Bengali is that they don't have any. There's no word for he, she, or it. It's all the same thing. So "she" means he, she, and it. And then "apni" or "tini" means you, what is it? You polite, and it also means, oh yeah, this is he, she, it. Familiar. Ah, I need to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, I'll just do it like this. Apni means you polite, and tini means he, she, it polite. Okay, so with so let's make a sentence in Bengali now. So in English, we in our sentences we have subject, object. No, we have subject, verb, object. Right? That's how our sentence structure is. So I played the mridanga. Right? That's I is the subject, played is the verb, and the mridanga is the object. But in Bengali, it is subject, object, object, verb. So you would say the verb is always at the end. That's the only thing you need to remember. The verb is always at the end. So you'd say, I, the mridanga, played. So, yeah. Okay, so that's always, and that's in Hindi and in Bengali. You'll always see the verb always comes at the very end of the sentence. Oh, who's trying to come in? Roop Manjari. Oh, okay. Haribo, Roop Manjari.
Haribo, Dandavat Pranam. Sorry.
No problem. No problem at all. We're just going over some Bengali grammar stuff right now.
Oh, okay. Dandavat Pranam, everybody.
Dandavat. Okay, so okay, so let's go with in Bengali. So the formula. Oh God, sorry. Okay, so the formula is with Ami words. You oh, and something in Bengali is you never need to say the word am. You don't say I am hungry or I am Madhukar, or you don't say lots of times you don't say is, like she is strong. You just say I Madhukar, Ami Madhukar. She, which could be he or she. She Balaban, she's strong. Yeah. So wait, why did I mention that? Sorry guys, this is what happens when I'm not prepared. But okay. So to make a sentence in Bengali, you say you make a. Oh God, I explained this so much better last time, but I wasn't planning on going over this again, so that's why I kind of went blank. But
Then don't worry. I'm the one that came in late. You can very easily just bypass and
no. It's fine. I can do this. So it's good. It's good to go over it again.
You were gonna say the noun order, like how it's different than English. Noun verb order.
Yeah.
Subject, I think.
Yeah, it's okay. So with Bengali, you to make sentences, you'd say like ami kor and then e. That means I do. Then tumi ko ro. She. Actually, I'm gonna just make this a. Okay, I'm not gonna get, yeah, okay. She ko re. Apni ko, yeah, this will make sense in a second. Koren or tini koren. Okay. So in Bengali, this is how you say I do, you do, he does, or she does, or it does. and you do, and remember this. Tumi is for you familiar, she is for he, she, it familiar, and apni is for you polite, and tini is for he, she, it polite. So this is friendly, and this is polite. Okay. So the way to make a sentence in Bengali is you say the verb, and then you say the verb ending. Like you attach a verb ending to each word. So for I, there's always e at the end of the verbs. This is for present tense. Okay, so, and actually, you don't even need to say the ami. Like you'll see in the songs, very often, like it's more rare when you see the words ami, tumi, like that. Lots of times, just from kori, because of the verb ending, it's understood that this is referring to I do. And just because the verb ending is o here, it's obvious that it is you do. So you can even take away the tumi there. And because this verb ending is a, then it's obvious that this is he does, or she does, or it does, he does. So you can take away this. Does that make sense? Like that. Okay, this ends in n, so it's obvious that this means either you do or he, she, it does because of the n there. So ami kori, tumi koro, she kore, apni tini koren. And so if you change this this ending, you'll change the tense of the verb. So if you write ami koribe, no, let's do ami korite. Okay, let's do ami koribe. No, it's ami koribo. Ami koribo, tumi koribe, she koribe. Then this is making it future tense. Koriben. I will do. You will do. Like that. And if we make this kori, what is it? Sorry, let me just think for a second. Sorry, 1 second. Ami korchi, I am doing. Korcho, you are doing. Korche, he is doing, or she is doing. Let's say she is doing. Korchen. You are doing, but polite. And now we can change this kor to something else. Like, let's make this eat. Ami kachi. I am eating. Kacho. You are eating. Hache. She is eating. Like that. So that's how you make sentences. Let me just cut this call. Okay, so she is eating, like that. You are eating polite. So just by changing this part, you can change what there's a verb root, so you can change what the verb root is, and by changing this, you change what the tense is. And so we can learn all the different tenses, and we can learn a bunch of verb roots, and then you can make lots of sentences. If you make this, oh wait, no. No, never mind. Let's do a different verb. Let's try another verb. Rak. Okay, so this is keep. Rak. Ami rakchi. Tumi rak. And remember, I said like so. You could say ami here. You could say tumi here. You could say she there, but it's not necessary because it's understood just from this ending here, from the tense ending. So, so I am keeping. You are keeping. She is keeping. And you are, you polite are keeping, right? Rakchen. So if you add an a here, rakechi, then it means I kept. So if it's chi cho che chen, that ending is present tense, but echi, echo, eche, echen is past tense. I kept. You kept. Oh, actually, you'd say rekecho. Anyways, that's something else. Whatever. Anyhow, I don't want to get into it. So anyhow, that's just the basic principle. There's a verb root, and there's a tense. There's an there's an ending to the verb root, which makes the tense. And according to that ending, that's how you can tell if it's first person, second person, or third person. If it's echi, it's first person. It's echo, it's second person. Eche, echen. Usually,
Maruka,
yeah, yes,
can you go back to the screen, please?
yeah.
Yeah. So the rakche, before we had this rakche,
Yeah.
there's an HCH. Is that always like? Is that staying? Because sometimes they cut if it's like make an apostrophe or something.
Sorry, I didn't understand. Say that one more time.
So when we had before she rakche.
Yeah, yeah. So she
Yeah,
rakche.
she is seeing, and then
Yes.
it is the middle part is HCHE. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
And I was just wondering if they sometimes shorten it because it's such a strange, one. I don't know the name in English. Can you follow me?
Yeah. So, like, is there like a shortened version of that? You're asking.
Yeah.
Like in English, you say do not, or you say don't.
Yeah, exactly, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So they have that for some things, but not for this. No. But this is also not that long.
Okay.
Like rekeche, she kept. Rekeche, she kept. It's like one extra syllable. And when you get familiar with the language, it's actually a lot shorter. You don't even need to say she kept. You just say rekeche. Ha rekeche. Yeah, lots of times they omit. Yeah, it's there are shortened things,
Yeah,
but
nice.
not for this. Yeah.
Okay, good. And then I have one more question.
Yes.
Because we are like you have been mentioning Bengali grammar, but what about Sanskrit grammar? Is there something special also, or
I don't know
were you
anything
focusing on
about.
Bengali?
Oh, because Bengali grammar. Well, because a lot of the songs that we sing is Bengali, and Sanskrit is a whole other level. Sanskrit Bengali is like I don't. Sorry, what did I mean? Sanskrit grammar is so beyond me. It's so complicated. People devote their whole lives to learning Sanskrit grammar. It's yeah, but most of the songs that we sing also are half of the songs we sing in the mat, actually most of the songs we sing are Bengali. Like when we do the morning bhajans or the evening bhajans, pretty lots of times it's all just Bengali songs.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
unless we're singing ashtakams or something, but yeah, generally. So anyhow, this is just a this was like just a basic overview of what we went over last time. And maybe we can go over all the different, maybe I can write down all the different verb endings so that you know how to talk in, that this is all past tense, so that you can be able to talk in past tense and in future tense and in present tense and continuous, present continuous, and like that. But okay, so I thought maybe something that we could do is we could just go through songs and find the different rules like this, and you get familiar, like you start to recognize patterns, like, oh, okay, yeah. And something that's very common in the songs, you'll see, especially with Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur songs, lots of times he writes in future tense. It's I will, it's always like this kind of longing, like, I will do this, and when will the day be mine when I will do this, and I will blah, 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 I will. So you'll see all over, here there's, whenever you see an Ibo or an Ibe, it means, if it's Ibo, it means I will do. And if it's Ibe, it means you will do. Okay, so that's all. And so you see Gaibo, I will sing. Let's find some other ones. Hoibe, it will be. Rakibo, I will keep. Let's go over. Arpibe, you will bestow, you will give. Kabe means when. Habe means it will be. Hoibe or habe means the same thing. There's an example of it being shortened. So you could say hoibe or you can say habe. So yeah, that's like the same thing.
So
Do not and don't.
He abbreviated it to make it fit the meter?
Yes, that's right. Yes. Bhajibo, I will worship. Remember, so if it's Ibo, it's I, and if it's Ibe, it means he, she, or it. It will. Ibo is I will, and Ibe means he, she, it will. Anyways, you'll see it just like throughout all the Bengali songs. Poshibe means it will enter. Bahibe, it will come out. It will come out. No. I mean, it will flow. Sorry, it will flow. Hoibe, it will be. So yeah, this could be also hobe, like that. That would be a shortened form of hoibe. Kampibe, I will. Yeah, my body will. Kampibe means it will. What do you say? Like kampa means what is it? Hair standing on end. It will. Yeah. It will horripilate. I guess that's the word.
I think horripilate is the word.
There's pabo.
We're the only people who use that word.
Yeah, so here's an example. This is actually what you were just saying. Yeah, so you don't need to say gaibo. You could say gabo, baibo. See, but you made it pabo. So when lots of times in the middle of a word, I guess, when you see what do you say, an apostrophe there? Not an apostrophe, yeah, apostrophe. Then that's short for I. That's like replacing an I. Okay? But yeah, so gaibo, remember we saw Harinama Suke. What is it? Tabito gaibo Harinama Suke. Was somebody trying to get in? There's Damayanti, letting her in. Okay. Haribo Damayanti. Yeah. So that's something that you'll see everywhere. And then another thing that you'll see everywhere is this iya. Aveshe rohiya. Bosiya. And actually, this is another thing where you're shorten, like what you're saying, you're asking if you can shorten things. If you see an apostrophe at the end of the word like this, kori, and then you see an apostrophe there, this apostrophe is short for iya. So that little apostrophe is important. It changes the whole verb structure. Because remember, and just in present tense, you say amikori means I do. tumi koro, you do, like that. But if there's an apostrophe there, then it means iya. And we'll go over what iya means. So
How is the apostrophe indicated in Bengali?
they use an apostrophe.
It's just an apostrophe. Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, in the Bengali language. Actually, it's something that I think it's like a more of a modern thing that they started doing just to make it like. So you'll see like in really old Bengali writing, they won't have the apostrophe there. But then it's just like you can't tell if it's present tense or if it's. This is called past participle. The iya is called past participle. So. Okay, let's see how to explain this. Because this is something that we don't really have in English. I mean, we don't really use, it's a different. So, iya literally means having, like Korea means having done. Korea means having done. Labhya here means having received. Having received. So in English, we often say like, I will receive mercy. Like right here, we say this person will receive mercy and be successful. But in Bengali, they don't just say, I will receive mercy and be successful. They'll write, having received mercy, I will be successful. Having done this, I will do this. So like you would say, like if you say, eat something and then come with me. Eat something and come with me. Then, but in Bengali, you'd say, having eaten, come with me. So their sentences are like that all the time. Having done this, do this. Having like that. And with us, we just say, do this and this. You like where we'd use and, they don't use and lots of times. Like and in Bengali is ar. And you don't see that word ar everywhere, in the songs and stuff. You do sometimes see it, ar, but it's not, you're not seeing it everywhere. But if this is English, you'd be seeing this word everywhere, like if Bengalis wrote their sentences like we did in English, then you'd see this word ar everywhere. But in Bengali, so lots of times you can just like you'll see in the translations where it has labhya, you can find an and. Does that make sense? It's sometimes kind of difficult to explain, the differences in how they use the grammar and stuff. Yeah, but
Sorry, can you now summarize it again? I didn't get that with the ara, which is end, yeah, and the having received kind of it's like a connected it's a connected sentence.
Yeah.
And the past participle is used and then we can get rid of the end.
Yes. So like having received mercy, I will be successful. See, this is how it's saying. Oops, I wrote. Oh, that's right. Okay, so that's how you'd say it in Bengali. Lots of times in English, we just say, I will receive mercy and be successful. So more commonly in English, we would say, I will do this and this. But in Bengali, they always say, like, having received mercy, I will be successful. Having eaten, come with me. Let's see this Teach Yourself Bengali book. Okay, this is so participles were used in the conversation. Okay, so participles connect two sentences where in English it would be natural to use and. So I sit in the coffee house and make sketches. That's how you'd say it in English. But in Bengali, they would say, having sat in the coffee house, I make sketches. And you'd say, please shut the door and come in. That's how you'd say it in English normally. But in Bengali, they would say, having shut the door, come in. So does that make sense now? Kind of. Yeah, you don't see people say shut the door and come in very often. Or I sit in the coffee house and make sketches. You'd say it like that in Bengali. So that's why you don't see this word ar, this word and. Yeah, you don't see the word ar all over in Bengali in the songs, but you'll see this labhia, kandiya.
Yeah, thank you. That's clear
Okay.
for me, at least.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's hard to explain these, but yeah, I think that. And so whenever you see this word, remember when it says bosi and there's an apostrophe there. That apostrophe stands for iya. So it says e braje bosia harinama korogan. So in Vraj, having sat or having stayed, like having dwelled in Vraj, Harinam Korogan, chant Harinam. But in English, we'd say, like, how does it say it here? Dwell in this place, which is non-different from Vraj, and chant the holy names of Hari. See, so that's anyhow. I'm just mentioning this because you see it everywhere. Another thing you'll see everywhere, nirjane bosia. So having remained in a solitary place. Nirjan means solitary, and bosia, having remained, having sat. Okay, so that's so we went over future tense, which you see everywhere, and we went over iya. Now another thing that you see everywhere in the songs is you'll see words ending with the letter E. So, for example, let's see here. Sahane. Sokole. Let's see. Suke. Let's find some other ones. Well, and this is different because it's a future tense thing, but okay. So, in English, this is how they when you see an E at the end of a word like this, sohane, dase, here's another one, dase. This implies that there's a preposition. So in English and in Bengali, though, and in Hindi, there's no such thing as a preposition, but it's a postposition. And so a preposition means, right, like in the house, from my dad to my mom, around around the world, right? So all this in the house, from my dad to my mom, around the world, these are all coming before the word. It's it's a preposition. But in Bengali and in Hindi, you would say house in. My dad from. It goes after. My dad from. My mom too. So that's why it's called a postposition. The world around. Like that. And so, and in the songs actually, this in, from, to, around, by, all these words is just indicated by an E at the end of the word. So here, in this context, dase means to this servant. So here, dase is to this servant. In Bengali, actually, whenever you say an object, you always use, like in English, you don't need to use, like you don't say make to the servant, but in Bengali, whenever there's an object, you always use the word to. So you'd say,
It's like a declension in German, right? Good evening.
I didn't really hear you.
I said it's like a declension in German, right? Like in German, the word changes shape based on whether it's the object or the subject. Is that not isn't German a
Well,
declined
Madoka
language?
is so loud that I
Oh,
can't
sorry,
hear.
sorry. Let me shut my window. Give me a second.
So, can you say it again, Han?
I said it's like a declension in German.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
German a declined language where the noun changes shape based on what it's doing in the language, if it's a subject or object? So I think Bengali is a weakly declined language. Instead of having very specific endings for all the different noun functions, it just has this a
Oh, yeah, I
thing.
see. Yeah, that was my question also. So it's
It's
only
like,
E for so many
yeah, so it's
varieties.
like it's not like Sanskrit, I think, is a much more strongly declined language. And Bengali is kind of like English, where it's weakly declined. But it's still a declension.
So yeah, see, so see
That's it, I was done.
all these words that I'm highlighting. I'm highlighting the e at the end. So you see, in these contexts, there are different things. So here it means to the servant, dase, and sahane means in tolerating everything. Sakale saman. So I guess this would be to everyone. Sakale, to everyone. Suke here means with happiness. Let's find some other ones. More means to me. Vichare, in considering my qualification, or yeah, vichare. Anyhow, you get the point. Let's go over. Oh, and so that's one thing, is when you see an n at the it also means in. So like if you say I live in India, ami bharate taki. That's how they say India is Bharat, or they say India te. So if you see, if you see e at the end of the word, it also means in. Oh, which is also a preposition. So yeah. Anyways, so all prepositions can be indicated by an e at the end of the word. I mean, majhe means within. Also, godrume. Godrume means in godrum. Vraje means in vraj. And remember, if it's eBay though, that means future tense. So this is only with that's with nouns, right? I guess. Yeah, with nouns. Let's find some other e words. Nayane, from my eyes. Premete, in prem. Dehete. Oh yeah, so this is it could be a or te. You can add a te at the end also. So you could say it could be dehe and dehete mean the same thing, and premete mean the same thing. Anyhow, let's find some other ones. Kanane, in the forest. Ashe, with the desire, with the hope. So yeah, it's in, with, from, you get the point. Kane, in my ears. Bani, in a flood. Angete, remember, ange and angete mean the same thing. So on my body here means on my body. Anyhow, so you get the point. And then another thing that we went over is possessive. That was in the last class. We went over how to make something possessive. So here, Vaishnaver means Vaishnavs. Vaishnaver equals Vaishnav. Oops. So when you add an R at the end of a word, it's like an apostrophe S. Well, you change this into er. So madhukars becomes madhukarer. Anuragini becomes anuraganir. So that's how you say apostrophe S, like that. So here we see Vaishnaver means Vaishnavas. Mahaprabhur means Mahaprabhus. Mahaprabhu's gun, Mahaprabhu's people, his devotees. Mahaprabhur Bhakta, Mahaprabhu's Bhakta devotees, you know? So yeah, this is how we translate it. We make that R and apostrophe S. So anyhow, these are just some basic things. Just even knowing those few things, what did we go over? We went over eBay. We went over when you, Ibo and eBay means future tense. We went over when there's an A at the end of words, then it makes it like a preposition, Purane, in the Puranas. And we also went when you see iya, it means it's called a participle. It's just a verb form, hoya. Having become, this is one's a little bit different, difficult to explain. Anyways, here, look. Ashraya loya. Having taken shelter, ashray means shelter. So shelter, having taken shelter, and then bhaje, worships. So whoever takes shelter and worships the Vaishnav's feet, worships Krishna, I guess. Yeah, here it's worships Krishna. Tare Krishna nahi taje. Tare, to him, Krishna nahi taje. Krishna doesn't reject. Ar sab, that means, ar means and it also means others. So ar saba more akaran. All others die without any reason, like without purpose. So anyhow, this is an example though. Ashraya loya bhaje. So in English, we would say takes shelter and worships. You know, one who takes shelter and worships. But in Bengali, you'd say having taken shelter. Oh wow, thank you. Somebody just brought prasad for me. That's nice. Okay, having taken shelter, worships. So yeah, now when you sing songs, you can just try to look out for these things. The ibe, the iya, and the a's at the end of words, and like that. Yeah, I'm not sure, was this helpful at all, or is it confusing? Bushoner. See, there's yeah, bushoner means makes it possessive. So, bushoner, no, this is, there's possessive cases used in different ways in Bengali also. But anyways, this is a pretense. Pravanchan means pretense, and bhaktir means of bhakti. So this is making bhakti possessive. Vaishnaver padodaka. The Vaishnav's foot water. Sama nahe esava. Nothing is equal to that. And
Madhuka,
yes.
do you have a for me it was very helpful what you went over. It's just that I need to practice myself to really make it mine, you know?
Yes.
And otherwise it stays so theoretical and I am not so fast. And then I also don't know so many words in Bengali. Do you have, like, what would be helpful is a word for word translation of a song? I don't know if you have one. and then I can more easily see, this is the word, and then do an e at the end. This is, or an ibo. Okay, this is the verb, or this is the preposition and the possessive.
Yeah, so I think That's something I will prepare. I should have done this before the class, but yeah, I will get songs, and I will mark the different things, so maybe in different colors. So all future tense things with Igbo will be in red, and all things with the post positions, not the prepositions, the post positions, the A at the end of words, the E, the letter E at the end of words, I will make that purple, and like that. And then, so those rules that you see, you'll be able to see those rules in different songs in the word for word. So yeah, I will do that. I will prepare that, and then I can send that to you. And then,
It's very helpful. You can only do one, even one song, and then, or one like paragraph, and one line, and then the rest. I can
maybe
try. Like,
that would be something that was fun. I'll do 2 songs. I will mark all those things, and then I'll give you a third song, and then you have to mark it in those colors.
beautiful, yeah.
That will be the homework. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes. Okay. So it's been has it been an hour yet? Maybe we should just end with doing a kirtan then, huh? We can.
Yes, please.
Okay, which song do you want to do? Can be any song you want. We can do 2, so you both can pick one.
There was a Vaishnav song that I was listening to yesterday from the Gauriya Kirtan app by Narottam Das Thakur, but I don't remember the title.
Okay, so Narottam Das Thakur songs are Thakura Vaishnava Pada, Avanira Susampada, or Thakura Vaishnava Gana, Kori E Nivedan, and then there's...
that's it. That second one. It was the Kori E Nivedan.
Okay, so we'll sing that, and then after we sing this song, after we sing this song, then you can choose one also, Anuragini Didi.
Okay, I have another one. My friend wanted us to sing that. It's Boro Suke Kabo Gai.
Yes.
You know that one?
Yes, we can do that one. Yeah, we'll do that one after. Okay. And when we sing this, you can look out for those things also. Actually, this Thakur Vaishnavagan is not future tense. It's not one of those longing songs of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, so you won't see the ibos and ibes in this. But, okay, 1 second. I'm just getting the mridanga. Okay. And remember, here, see it says Keshe Dhori, and there's an apostrophe here. So remember, this Dhori means Dhoriya. And are there any other ones like that? And remember we learned Amikori means I do. It's present indefinite. I think that's what you call it, right? I do. Amikori. So you see that here. Kori means I make. And are there some other ones? Na deki. I do not see. Na, not. Deki, I see. I do not see. Jota means whatever. Deki, whatever I see. Sub, all is klish. All is misery. Are there any other ones like that? And see, look, here it's deki and there's an apostrophe, shuni, an apostrophe. So this is dekiya, shunya. So having seen and having heard, lage, I feel, bhai, fear.
Yeah, that apostrophe really makes a difference.
Yeah, the apostrophe is really important. But so in English, we'd say, I see and I hear. But in Bengali, you'd say, having seen, having heard. Lage, I feel. Bhoy, fear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, but I mean, for me to like hear it in Bengali, if I didn't know that that was what the apostrophe was, and that's what I should really be hearing, it
Yes.
changes the whole sound.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just read the translation and then we can sing. O worshipful Vaishnavas, I humbly submit this prayer to you. I am an extremely fallen and wicked soul, and my fate is causing me to drown in the terrible ocean of material existence. Please take hold of the hair on my head and rescue me from this ocean. Providence is extremely powerful and does not consider one's religiosity or knowledge. Rather, it always binds one with the ropes of karma. I do not see even the slightest means of deliverance. All I see is misery. All I see is misery. Thus I weep, helpless and stricken with grief. Lust, anger, greed, and bewilderment, along with madness and pride, are dragging me to the respective abodes. My mind wanders like a blind man without any understanding of the right or wrong path. I have not accepted the tenets of religiosity. Rather, my consciousness has been absorbed in irreligious matters. I have not aspired for your lotus feet. Nartam Das says, O Vaishnav Thakur, I fear what I see and hear around me. Please grant me deliverance and keep me near you. So remember when we went over the melodies, I'm going to do the very traditional evening Bengali melody. Yeah. Thakur Vaishnava. Wait, I'll sing it lower because, we sing on different. That's what's the comfortable note for me, but I think it'll be too high for you, I think. Thakur Vaishnava Gan Koriye Nivedan Thakur Vaishnava Gan Koriye Nivedan Amoboroya Dhamaduracha Armo Boroya Dhamaduracha Daruno Samsara Nidhi Tahe Dubai Lovede Daruna Samsara Nidhi Tahe Dubai Lovede Keshe Dhori More Koro Keshe Dhori More Koro Para Aviri Boro Balaba Nashune Taramagya Aviri Boro Balaba Nashune Taramagya Sadai Karama Pashe Bande Sadai Karama Pashe Bande Nate Kitara Nalesh Jato Deki Sabaklesh Nate Kitara Nalesh Jato Deki Sabaklesh अनाथ का तरते कांदे अनाथ का तरते कांदे सदाय का राम पाशे बांधे सदाय का राम पाशे बांधे ओ काम क्रोध लोभ मोह मदय अभिमान सह ओ काम क्रोध लोभ मोह मदय अभिमान सह ओ यापन स्थाने ताने अपनयापन स्थाने ताने ऐक्षणया मरमान फिरे जेन अंधजान ऐक्षणया मरमान फिरे जेन अंधजान सुपत विपत नाही जाने सुपत विपत नाही जाने अपनयापन स्थाने ताने अपनयापन स्थाने ताने. I'm going to change the melody to a sister melody, which I mentioned before. Naloino satmato asate majilo chita Naloino satmata asate majilo chita Tua pae nako rinu yasha Tua pae nako rinu yasha Narottama dase koi Dekhi shuni lage bhai Narottama dase koi Dekhi shuni lage bhai Torai aloho Nija pasha Taraiya loho nija pasha Narottama dase koi O dekhi shuni lage bhai Narottama dase koi Dekhi shuni lage bhai Taraiya loho nija pasha Taraiya loho nija pasha Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur. Yeah, so you saw how I changed it from that one melody to a different melody, and those two melodies are. Huh?
Was that because like the first part was him complaining about himself, but this was the part where he was like actually sort of doing the addressing to the Vaishnav in a Like there was a like slight more uplifting there. So
Yes, and then
that was like the
exactly.
entreaty is at the end, so you want to emphasize the entreaty.
Yeah, and that's why I changed the melody. Like that's what I felt at that time. And I wouldn't always sing it like this. You can do it anywhere where you feel, like it's very fluid. Is the word fluid? Yeah, it's the melodies are like that. It's the words, the meaning is what's directing the melody, not this part of the song and this is this part of, like this is the part of the song where you're supposed to go high and this. No, it's like what you feel at that moment. Like, oh, I want to. Yeah, melodies are different expressions of moods, and so whatever mood would express this verse, what you feel, whatever mood would express this verse the best, then you use that. And so, okay, so we're doing next Boro Suker Kaburgai. Boro.
It's a good chaser for that sad song.
Yes. Boro Suk. Yeah, these are pretty different songs. This one's like a really happy, uplifting song. But okay, so this is Nityananda Prabhu singing right now. I am singing news of great happiness. At Surabi Kunj, Shri Nityananda Prabhu has opened a marketplace of the holy name. It is a matter of great bliss that he is selling the pure holy name at that marketplace for merely the price of one's faith. What's the price? It's one's faith. The mulya is, and mulya means of the, whatever, yeah. Okay, so then after examining the qualification of everyone in the assembly of devotees after examining the qualification of everyone waiting to purchase the holy name, he bargains for the proper price with each person. My dear brothers, this is Nityananda Prabhu speaking, if you want to purchase the holy name, then come with me to meet this magnanimous personality. You will purchase the holy name. I shall take my due commission, and all our desires will be fulfilled. Sri Nityananda Prabhu is extraordinarily merciful. Merely for the price of one's faith, he bestows the topmost divine bliss. If Nitai only once sees tears welling in the eyes of someone chanting the name of Gaur, he gives his full support to that person. He gives that person genuine teachings about Sri Krishna, not imposing any conditions in regard to caste, wealth, or strength of knowledge. The snares of Maya are immediately released, so one may remain either at home as a householder or in the forest as a renunciate, for no more troubles remain. There is no longer any need to fear the age of Kali, for the munificent Nitai gives the holy name to everyone, even to the lowest among men. Bhakti Vinod loudly proclaims to all, besides the lotus feet of Nitai Chandra, there is no other shelter. So
And Nitai Chandra here is only Nityananda, or it's Nitai and Gaur?
No, Chandra means moon-like. So it's the moon-like Nityananda Prabhu.
So it's on.
Yeah, and you see that with a lot of names. Like lots of times you'll hear Gaura Chandra, the moon-like Gaura, Nitai Chandra, moon-like Nityananda, Chand or Chandra.
Krishna Chandra.
Yeah, Chand means the same thing. So it says Nitai Chand or Nitai, but yeah, Krishna Chandra, you hear Krishna Chandra, Ramachandra, like that, moon-like Ramachandra. Okay. And
this is the song that has one of the multi-level marketing songs.
Yes.
Because everybody gets a commission, but the commission doesn't run out because Nityananda has an infinite store of mercy to give the commission.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the great thing in bhakti is that there's no scarcity. So it's not like if you give people, then you're going to lose something. It's ever increasing. The more you give, the more you get. So there's no need to ever be jealous of anybody because there's no scarcity. Okay. And this is a song every year on Parikrama. When we go to, it's the second day of our Navadvip Parikrama, we go to Godrum. And this is the first place that we stop on at the second day of Parikrama. And we sing this song, Boro Sukir Kawargai, at Surabi Kunj. বড় সুখের খবর গায়, বড় সুখের খবর গায়। I'll sing it that way. বড় সুখের খবর গায়, বড় সুখের খবর গায়। সুরভি কুঞ্জেতে নামের হাট খুলেছে খোদানি তাই, সুরভি কুঞ্জেতে নামের হাট খুলেছে বড় মজার কথা তাই, বড় মজার কথা তাই। সদা মূলে সুদা নাম সে হাতেতে বিকায়, সদা মূলে সুদা নাম সে হাতেতে বিকায়। যত ভক্ত বৃন্দ বসি, যত ভক্ত বৃন্দ বসি, আধিকারী দেখে নাম বেছে দোর কাশি। আধিকারে দেখে নাম বেছে দোর কাশি। যদি নাম কিনবে ভাই, যদি নাম কিনবে ভাই, আমার সঙ্গে চলো মহাজনের কাছে যাই। আমার সঙ্গে চলো মহাজনের কাছে যাই। তুমি কিনবে কৃষ্ণ নাম, তুমি কিনবে কৃষ্ণ নাম। দস্তুরি লইব আমি পূর্ণ হবে কাম, দস্তুরি লইব আমি পূর্ণ হবে কাম। বড় দয়াল নিত্যানন্দ, বড় দয়াল নিত্যানন্দ, সদা মাত্র লয়ে দেন পরমানন্দ, সদা মাত্র লয়ে দেন পরমানন্দ। একবার দেখলে চোখে জল, একবার দেখলে চোখে জল, অগর বলে নিতাই দেন সকল সঙ্গ, অগর বলে নিতাই দেন সকল সঙ্গ। দেন শুদ্ধ কৃষ্ণ শিক্ষা, দেন শুদ্ধ কৃষ্ণ শিক্ষা, জাতি ধন্দে দবল না করে উপেক্ষা, জাতি ধন্দে দবল না করে উপেক্ষা। আমানি ছাড়ে মায়া জাল, আমানি ছাড়ে মায়া জাল, গৃহে থাকো বানে থাকো না থাকে জঞ্জাল, গৃহে থাকো বানে থাকো না থাকে জঞ্জাল। আর নাইকো কলির ভয়, আর নাইকো কলির ভয়, আছান্দালে দেন নাম নিতাই দয়াময়, আছান্দালে দেন নাম নিতাই দয়াময়। ভক্তি বিনোদতা কি কয়, ভক্তি বিনোদতা কি কয়, নিতাই ছন্দের চরণ বিনা আর নাহি আশ্রয়, নিতাই ছন্দের চরণ বিনা আর নাহি আশ্রয়। বড় সুখের খবর গায়, বড় সুখের, আমি বড় সুখের খবর গায়, বড় সুখের খবর গায়। সুরভি কুঞ্জেতে নামের হাট খুলেছে খোদানি তাই, সুরভি কুঞ্জেতে নামের হাট খুলেছে খোদানি তাই। জয় নিতাই 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 গৌরাঙ্গ, নিতাই 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 গৌরাঙ্গ, নিতাই 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 গৌরাঙ্গ, নিতাই 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 নিতাই। হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে হরে, হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে হরে, হরে রাম 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 হরে হরে, হরে রাম রাম রাম। জয় নিত্যানন্দ রাম, নিত্যানন্দ রাম, নিত্যানন্দ রাম, জয় নিত্যানন্দ রাম, জয় নিত্যানন্দ রাম, নিত্যানন্দ রাম, নিত্যানন্দ রাম, জয় নিত্যানন্দ রাম। জয় সচিনন্দন জয় গৌর হরে, সচিনন্দন জয় গৌর হরে, জয় সচিনন্দন জয় গৌর হরে, সচিনন্দন জয় গৌর হরে। হরি বল, হরি বল, হরি বল, নিতাই গৌর হরি বল, নিতাই গৌর হরি বল, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Yeah, that's a fun song. I really like this one. I especially like this verse right here. If Nitai only once sees tears welling in the eyes of someone chanting the names of Gaur, he gives his full support to that person. Merely for the price of one's faith, he bestows the topmost divine bliss. Parama Ananda.
I like the one where he bargains with everybody.
Yeah.
Because if he sees that you're very unqualified, then he gives you a lower price.
Oh, yeah, that's a really nice point. Yes.
But you should take Prashadam now.
Okay, yeah. Just now while I was doing Kirtan, 2 people brought prasad for me. So now I have like way too much. So strange. Nobody ever brings prasad for me. It's just today, for some reason.
Well,
I got...
whoever they are, please give them our Dandavat Pranam.
There's this devotee who's staying here for a couple days named Ramesh. You know Ramesh Prabhu? You don't know Ramesh? Okay. Anyways, Ramesh, he brought some salad. I haven't had salad forever. And some bread. And then there's also this Bengali devotee, Shivananda Prabhu. He brought sabji and rotis. Ton of sabji and rotis. And I do not know how I'm going to eat all of this. And a bunch of...
Slowly but surely.
No,
You better start now.
Yes, I will. So anyhow, yeah, thanks for sticking with me this whole time and your patience. And I will try to prepare that file with 2 songs and those. I think we learned like 3 rules or 4 rules, 4 grammar rules, and then I'll highlight them in different colors, and you'll have homework also. You'll be able to, yeah. Okay. Haribo, Jai Shila Gurudev, Jai Shila Prabhupada, Jai Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga ki Jai, Jai Swapashad Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopigan ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo.
Haribo Dandavat.
Dandavat
Thank you
Pranamas.
so much.
Hari Bo.